Commence primary ignition.
Hey, this is Marty Matulis. I play Vane on The Mandalorian, and you're watching the Virtual Cantina Network.
Well, welcome, citizens of the Republic, to another episode of the Clone Wars Revisited, brought to you by the Virtual Cantina Network. Tonight, we are going to be talking about a lot of fun stuff, but we're also going to watch an episode of Season 3, Episode 3. Oh, shoot, and I've already forgot it. The Path, right? Supply lines. There we go. And I went through all that trouble of asking what it was, and then we spent too much time talking about other things I'd forgotten.
It's okay.
But we're all back together again tonight. The travelers are back home. Ashley and Mark went off and had a big old time this weekend.
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah, I sat around and, well, I still had fun, but I didn't go anywhere to spend any money. So.
Bonus.
But that was my goal. That was the goal. The goal was success.
Well, don't worry. I spent enough money for you, me, Ashley, and the rest of the country.
Yeah, seriously. Mark single-handedly upheld the economy this weekend.
Of Rhode Island.
Yeah. But
hi, Jeff. Hi,
I was living vicariously through you guys, as I have the roles have been reversed. I have been that person out there, but it looked like such a great time. And my favorite comment of all your pictures, Ashley, was yours commenting about going in to see Rosario, Brandon, Amon, and Diana. That must have been a really fun event or fun moment.
It was so cool. I'm like, it makes you feel like you're part of something, like you're part of the family, and
With that in mind, Spencer's. This is an inside joke. Someone said this to us, a famous person. Only they said it out. They didn't spell it. So we roll deep and we roll casually and inappropriately with everyone around us.
For sure.
Yeah, but it felt like family, right?
For sure.
I have a little PowerPoint presentation to help us walk through memory lane of all of this. And Ashley, I'm going to need you to help remind me of the shit that happened.
Sure.
But I put in a bunch of pictures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break out of this layout and we're going to go to this thing. And I'm going to add this to the stage. Let me get rid of this.
Overlay.
Yeah, let's just fix that. There we go.
The most important
the thing. Because we had such an amazing weekend. Thank you, everyone who came to meet us at Rhode Island Comic-Con. Holy hell, what a blast!
A lot of Virtual Cantina Network family members.
It was awesome to see all of our digital friends in real life. Sherry, you're gonna have to vote for your favorite photo from the stack because aside from me being Spider-Man Ezra, which I'll tell you the background on that one. It's gonna.
I got that one just as soon as I saw it.
Yeah. All right, let's go into. Let me advance the slide because we had a lot of great. This was what you were talking about when we walked in to meet. This is the big group photo. So I led with this one because I think this is a great encapsulation of who we are as an organization, right?
Sure.
Brendan's. This is the most expensive group photo that Rhode Island Comic-Con had on their website. It was Rosario Dawson, Brendan Wayne, Diana Lee Inosanto, and Amon Asvandi. We have a great relationship with Brendan and Diana, and inducted them into the VCN Hall of Fame this weekend, which was so exciting. I hope everyone saw that on our Instagram. If not, go check it out.
Yeah.
We've obviously close friends with them. We had just met Aman Asvandi, me and my full Ezra gear over here. So when we walked in, it was like, you guys. It was like Brendan ran up to Spencer. I think Brendan went up to Kathy, and Diana went to Spencer, and I had just seen Aman, and I was in Ezra, so he came to me, and you walked straight to Rosario, and you're like, I'm standing next to you. She took the Loth cat.
She's like, love cat, and I'm like, do you want to hold him? And she's like, yes. So that's why she's doing like Golden Idol with the Loth cat.
Holding the cat. I'm next to Aman, which is perfect. This couldn't have worked out better. Like,
no way.
This picture, and I feel like this sums it up. We have it's 4 of us working on the network, romping around causing havoc, and 4 actors who we've now cultivated relationships with. Less so Rosario. We're gonna work that one too, but she was lovely in person.
She was so nice. Yeah.
And this is what we do. And I love this.
I love the accidental symmetry in this photo. We got Brendan and Spencer on our left, the right side when we took it. Yep. And then we got Kathy, Rosario, me, and Diana in the middle. And then we got the tale of 2 Ezras on the end. Yep. So it's perfectly symmetrical.
We squished the ladies and the Loth cat in the middle, and then the boys on the side. This was so great. And thank you, Spencer, for organizing this photo. We also did, we did a lot of like, hey, someone buy a photo or an autograph and we'll all just go meet the people and hang out. And that was sort of the journey of the weekend. Case in point, Bryce Dallas Howard and her lovely husband, Seth, who I forgot was in American Horror Story, which and Hotel.
So he was Jeffrey Dahmer in American Horror Story Hotel, which I was like, yep, okay, that makes sense now because it's one of the first seasons I saw, and it shook me. It's because I was a big wuss and about it, but both of them phenomenal people, so nice. I was really glad we got to meet them, and you got to have them on your poster. Like, look at that. Every time he rolled it out, it was like, wow, who else is on that?
The poster, I gotta say, Bryce. So the way they did Bryce's line in an interesting way, because she and Seth were next to each other, and you decided what you wanted to buy. And I created all the confusion because I was like, I want Bryce to autograph my poster, Seth to autograph my poster, and I want a photo with both of them. And for some reason, that's just 2 combos. That created such the kerfuffle. They had to redo my post-it 3 times. The person working, and then they had separate lines for signing and then combo or whatever. So we actually hung out quite a bit, and we were near the front. So we were just chatting with Seth. We actually talked to Bryce for quite a while. She was lovely. She was very excited about the poster. I was like, well, you directed several episodes, including my favorite, The Heiress. I want you to sign really big somewhere near the top, and we're going to put Seth, you're going to sign in gold, and we're going to put Seth next to you in silver, because he's a silver droid. And don't you know, he signed over her, which I thought was so funny because he signed right on top of, you can't really see it in the photo, but.
Okay, so Bryce is next to, there we go. Oh,
all right. Oh my God. Nice. This is ridiculous. Okay, so actually, and then Katie got added down here. Katie is the biggest signature on the thing. That's Katie, who we got her later. But we put Bryce up top. Oh, Christ. Hold on. Everything's falling apart.
Sorry, we got you. So you can see next to Mark's hand in the photo.
Oh yeah.
Next to me,
so
is there.
This is Bryce is over here.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Very happy with the way that turned out. And I have Brendan and Latif on there, and a whole bunch of our other friends, including Diana, including Omid, including Misty Lee. Not Misty Lee. Misty Rosas.
Yes.
So yes.
Cassianides.
The frog lady.
And Katie wanted to know where Simon signed so she could add her signature. And I was like, well, I kind of want your name higher on the poster than his since you're in charge. But like the space allowed for a better signature from Katie under his. And she took up a ton of space, which was exactly what I wanted. So got a little night owl section. But they were lovely, right? And then this is going to start the stream of photos. Sherry, you're going to love these. All of the 501st stuff.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time up by the 501st. So shout out to the 501st New England
New England Garrison. Yeah.
Yeah. They brought the Rebels Lothal mural, and I did not know that. And I was very excited because I obviously brought my Ezra cosplay, and damn, it looked really good. They did a great job with this. So there we are, Spencer and me, and there's Jen. There's
Liberty and Andy.
Yep, I see Liberty and Andy right there. We got Mackenzie,
Kathy, Jennifer.
Kathy and Jen, me and Ashley right in the front, all of the 501sters in the back. It was fantastic.
Also, how good do Shin and Balin look? Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. This Balin skull was like unreal. And then
I was thinking Hondo.
Hondo was really cool.
He looked amazing.
So then after taking a ton of pictures at the 501st, we met him on as Vondi. He was so nice. Ashley nearly cried.
I was holding back tears the entire freaking time because it's like, oh my God, it's Ezra. It's live action Ezra. But Spencer scared him to death in this photo. So you can see Spencer on the end there. And he was holding, obviously, Candy Corn Loth Cat was like the star of the show this weekend with all of our celebrity friends and stuff. And Spencer goes, so what did you think of the Loth kittens? And Amon, like not even thinking, was like, they're adorable. And then you just see this look of sheer panic go over his face. He goes, wait, how do you know about that? And Spencer's like, Celebration Japan? You know, guys announced them. And he goes, oh my God. All right, thank God. He's like, no, they're really, really cute. I was like, yeah, Rosario called them Loth balls. And he started laughing. But the look of panic on that guy's face, I felt so bad. I'm like, don't worry.
Oh, shit, I've said something I'm not supposed to.
I've said too much. Yeah, so.
I've been there.
It's such a.
And he's sporting the beard here. When I saw him in Chicago almost 2 years ago, he was clean shaven.
Jeff's asking about the photo bombers. We did this photo at his table. So that's probably why people are just sort of meandering in the background. It's a little chaotic because that wasn't the professional photo op. We also then met, so we had both Ezras there. So Taylor Gray, one of our favorites, you know, longtime friend of the show, friend of mine, has done Rebels Revisited. We brought him to Bunta. Like, he's just tremendous, right? We love Taylor.
Love Taylor.
We met him at his table as well and got a nice big group photo with him holding the Loth cat. I love that we're able, like, there's no legal limit to the number of people you can squeeze into a table selfie. They're like, bring your crew. So we roll deep as we do. And it was really nice just seeing everyone. Then after that, we went back. I think this was after we went back up to the 501st, and they had an Ezra at the 501st because they made the Lothal mural and everything. Yeah. There was another cosplayer who was doing Ezra who I met in line. His name is Dan. And he was an excellent Ezra. So shout out to Dan. And Dan and I and the other Ezra took like the Spider-Man meme photo, which I hope is not cool anymore. Like, I hope this lives forever. That was super fun. The 501ster, I forget his name, was super nice. Dan was incredible. We met a lot of great people in line and just hanging out, and we gave out a lot of cards. So all the admins need to see if the membership numbers spiked this weekend, because I feel like we did a lot of recruiting. Yes, Spencer or Sherry. Yes, this is we've got a good crew to hang with.
Sure. So this was after Amon, but we did Amon first.
Oh yeah, I put it in the wrong order. Let's jump ahead real first. So shit. All right, add to stage. Son of a bitch. There we go. This was the first one. So we're in line for Amon again because we wanted to go back. So this is where like sometimes the force wills it. Spencer had forgotten his autograph book, like his folder. So we had to do a second stop to Amon. And so we got in line again because I did my picture. I was already in line. I was like, let me just get my autograph and my picture. And actually, where's my autograph? This is what I actually got signed. The 8x10 of, just him looking, smirking, and just looking very cute, right? He was super nice.
When he's looking at Sabine.
Yeah. So when he first sees Sabine, right? But Spencer had forgotten his book, so he's like, we have to go back later. And I was like, absolutely, we'll make a second trip. When we're in line, who's in front of us? 3 people ahead of us is Dan. And so Dan's in front of us, takes a great picture with Amon, and then Spencer's like, we're going to do a Spider-Man photo. So this was Spencer's idea. And we went to Dan, and we're like, hey, we're going to set up this photo. We bought a photo op with Amon, explained the meme. He knew what it was. So he's got the Loth cat, and we're all doing the pointing.
The look on his face is like, yes.
This was so cool. And
love this.
This is one of at least a dozen photos that we just kept snapping photos of pointing and some video. And then after that, I was like, all right, Dan.
I love that he put the Loth cat on his shoulder. Like, that was completely unexpected. He was like, nope. And so we had Taylor do it too.
It was very smart. So then we went up to Taylor, and we were like, you know what we need to do? So I was like, Dan, follow us. So poor Dan, this poor man who we've never met before. We're like, you're part of our group now. You know, we've like physically abducted you. We're coming up to meet Taylor Gray. And then we did the photo with Taylor, who, by the way, had known us long enough to know that he should expect this level of chaos when we roll up. And so we did the Spider-Man photo with him as well. And he also thought it was very cute. At one point, he even pointed at himself. It was great. So it's so dumb and so silly, but this is exactly why we go to these conventions.
So worth it. Worth it every second. And they remember us because we're crazy.
Yeah. Exactly. And then this actually might have happened first, but we went to go meet Nathan Kress, who's in all of like 5 episodes of Rebels, but he plays Wedge. And when I tell you, I was the only Star Wars fan in that line. He had a line of young women to meet him from the iCarly of it all. So that's what he's best known for. And he has done Wedge in a variety of things. So he was very excited to talk about Wedge. And he knew that Dennis Lawson was there and was planning to meet him later. I don't know if he ever landed that plane because Dennis was really busy. But it was cool that Dennis Lawson and Nathan Kress were both at the show. So it would have been great to get a picture with both of them. But he recognized my cosplay. He knew that was Ezra. So that was cool. And he signed my poster. So the poster.
Mark's poster is like.
It's coming along. Yeah. I still got a space spot. I got space reserved for Tia, for Steven Stanton. I've got a Jason Isaac spot held up, and then after that, people are just filling in. So other than those 3 little spots, I'm just going to keep going until I run out of space. That's my whole plan. And again, like we've got like the whole crew in there. So I bought my autograph and the selfie at the table, and we just throw in who's ever standing with us. So if you're smart enough to follow us around, you will get a lot of photos. Yeah. And then there was a big Star Wars photo meetup that wasn't part of the 501st later in the evening. And so we had like a big group, and poor Ashley, I have to tell, I was referring to Ashley as the armorer because my armor was a big problem. It just like wouldn't stay down, and the Velcro was like snapping. And so she just kept repairing me every 30 seconds. And so it was a thing for me to just get into, to be able to have the
walking through the crowd with my hands on his shoulders, just pushing the armor back onto it and reconnecting the Velcro.
I was like, we just need to do this for a couple of hours and take some pictures, and then we're on our way.
Anything to help. You look great. But we met these amazing cosplayers. And
we met the most, this whole group, I love all of them. They're all my new like Instagram best friends. Yeah. Sherry, I do have Freddie Prinze Jr., but only because I met him I brought him to Star Wars Celebration in 2019. 2019,
yeah. And he's got Dave on there.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Filoni's on there. So that's why I'm like, we're going to get everyone.
Thanks, Jeff.
And yes, Ashley is the bestest at this. Truly, if you need any help at any turn. And let me say, Liberty, Jen, Kathy, the best people to go to a convention with. Spencer, like this is a good group to go with. We had so much fun. It was such a blast, and it was a nice luxuriating kind of, we had plenty of time to run around and
somebody cosplaying Brandon?
No, that's Brandon. So Brendan and Diana are in this photo. So I wanted to put this in because one of the nice things that they did was Brendan and Diana went up to the 501st and took a big group picture with them. And so that was all over their socials as well. That was really nice of Brendan and Diana. Yeah, the great job with the 501st this year. Very happy that we got to spend so much time with them. And this is going to be my other costume. I want to do an Imperial officer, and I want to be part of the scanning crew because it is 4 pieces. It is a gray jumpsuit, a pair of boots, a belt and a hat, and I already own most of that stuff. And you just have to get it tailored correctly, and they had a blast. They were running around, dancing. They had little scanners. They were the bad behaved crew of the crew, like where they were just like, they were like minions, like causing havoc. It was really fun. They were so fun.
I got videos of them dancing. It was so funny.
Yeah. This is why I love this show. It's just
so
so silly.
Spaceballsy. I loved it.
It was. It felt very Spaceballsy. And then I wanted to make sure I got this picture in here of our lawyer, Tony. So that's Tony and the Kylo Ren. Obviously, this could be anyone, right? But I swear
Tony
it's
Ren.
Tony. Yeah, Tony Ren. And then my friend Mike, who also is a 501st, and he's Vader.
He's Darth Vader,
which is very cool. So thank you to Tony for everything he is helping us with. This is from the Saturday night, so not at the meetup. The meetup pictures are coming in a minute. This was the Saturday night dinner that we did at Union Station. And I was worried that we were not going to hit the 19 people we said we were going to have. And let me tell you, more people were planning to come, and it was going to almost be a thing. But we had a great crew here. Even Josh in Kentucky came up from Texas for this event to network and whatnot. And they came to our dinner along with a bunch of other members. It was just super nice.
So cool. So good to see everybody at the con.
Yeah.
And
this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
For all the Spider-Man pictures and my, Bryce Dallas Howard and everything, like, this is what it's all about, is this. And Dave and Buster's, which I love. I just love that it's Dave and Buster's. It's so stupid. This was actually day one when we first arrived Friday lunchtime, when we were at, what was it called? Area 99 or Level 99?
Level 99.
Yeah. So
it's like a big, giant gaming complex inside the Providence Place Mall. And I haven't been there yet, but apparently it's really cool. So
it was something. It was something different for sure, and a ton of space. And yeah, you could like get a wristband and play all the games and do these fun like physical challenges. It felt like Double Dare come to life. So that was really cool. And then that was all of us when we first got there. And you can see Notman is here. Specifically to induct Brendan into the VCN Hall of Fame. So he did the induction, which is very exciting. So congratulations to Brendan. It was great hanging out with him this weekend, and he was touched. And he's always in his cowboy hat. He looked great. We gave him his certificate and his Kyber crystal. We did that in the lobby of the Omni, and we had our group here. We had to do this before the show started on Saturday. Everyone's travel was a mess this year. So travel was a concern.
But
we were able to get
night.
the crew. Yeah. Oh, was this Friday night or was this Saturday? Yeah, you're right. It was Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday. It was kind of crazy. But Brendan.
So we had like a little bit of time with Brendan in the lobby to do this before, the next day happened. But yeah, as Mark said, travel was a mess. People were canceling all over the place. Just crazy.
There were a lot of canceled guests this year, but I think it was largely because of the flight cancellations, not other reasons.
Yeah, that was a big no. But
so this was that was definitely a moment in time, and I'm glad we were able to all of us be there to capture it. And then at the Dave and Buster's, we had our induction for Diana Lee and Asanto. So Ashley, you said some really lovely stuff about her. Do you want to hit some of the highlights of why we feel like she is worthy of being in our Hall of Fame?
Not only is she like an advocate for Star Wars, but like as we've heard from her directly, even on like Daughters of the Galaxy, which is one of my most favorite interview that I've done on the network. She talked a lot about being a woman in martial arts and being in her 50s when she was cast for The Mandalorian and ultimately for Ahsoka. When she had just finally almost given up, like something came through, and I talked about how she advocates for people with disabilities. Like she's the mother of an autistic son, and her Instagram posts, like she's there, she's on the front line, she's speaking out for people with disabilities, and as I said on Friday night, as the sister of a disabled woman who did big things in her life, it really means a lot to me to have her represent that part of the VCN and for people with disabilities, and for Star Wars. Like Star Wars is for everyone for a reason, and I think she embodies that perfectly. So
yeah, you did such a good job, and she was so like you could see the emotion, like she really felt it. She gave you a huge hug too. I was like, she's gonna knock you over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was definitely a
Worth
moment.
it.
She was lovely. So she came to dinner with her amazing agent Mike. That's who Spencer is mentioning. Mike is the man. I saw that. Yes, you put the double exclamation point. Mike is awesome. Thank you, Mike, for taking such
Thank
good
you,
care of us and his people. He reps Brendan and Mike or Brendan and Diana and a bunch of other people. It was really nice to have them at the event. And here's our big group photo.
Yeah.
We had about 30 people. This is actually right before we actually took this picture after Diana and Mike left, which was stupid. We should have gotten everyone together, but I think I barely took any pictures Friday night. I was so exhausted from the day's activities, but it was really cool seeing everyone in person. Every year, it just somehow feels better and bigger and more exciting, you know?
Right. And I feel like Dave and Buster's changes little by little too every year, so it's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Of course, I never play any of the games. And then here are some of the other pictures of everyone at the various tables. Like I said, I didn't do a great job getting photos, but Spencer took most of these. But thank you, everyone who came out and visited us in real life.
Thank you.
It was really nice to see everyone, and I hope we got a chance to talk. I wish we had a chance to talk more, but I'm glad we largely got a chance to connect for a little bit. I know everyone has like specific agendas at these conventions, but this is where it's at. Like the Friday night Dave and Buster's is the best part of the whole thing, which I always tell people. I was like, I'm going to Rhode Island and we've got a big thing of Dave and Buster's on Friday. And they're like, what the hell? Like, that's the thing to be excited about. It's like, yes, these are
This is
people who I
fun.
see. Some of these people I only see once a year, you know, and then some other people I get to see 2 or 3 or 4 times a year, maybe, you know, which is great. Yes, this is definitely the way, Spencer. And then what else we got in here? Some pictures of Kathy. So wanted a big shout out to Kathy. She wasn't trooping this year, so she got to hang out because we abducted her. And she was my roommate for the weekend, me and her and Spencer. We had so much fun. That's her with Diana and with Taylor. So of course she wrangled all the talent in Texas. So they saw her and they came running. Everyone loves Kathy. So want to make sure I got in some of those pictures.
Excellent.
And then I wanted to end on this because one of the cool things about Rhode Island Comic Con, it's not just Star Wars. They have great dioramas, really fun stuff to do, a lot of different actors. We met a whole bunch of other people as well, and I couldn't put every photo in. And we'd be here for days with me talking about everything we did. But there was a big Falcor installation, and Spencer had one where he was like riding the Falcor. You'll probably saw it on the Facebook page. This was really fun and really cute. It was one of the first things we did. I'm still in my Ezra Light cosplay. No armor yet falling apart, just the jacket. But it was a ton of fun.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. But this is part of the what did we call it? The trauma diorama.
Yes. Oh my God, because it wasn't just Falcor. It
wasn't just Falcor.
Artrax, the horse.
Artax, the horse. Half in mud,
melting into the mud.
And there are young kids who have obviously never seen Neverending Story before, and the guy's like, pull on the rope, and the kids are like smiling as they're pulling on the rope. I'm like, that's how you know they've never seen it.
And the giant stone, not monster, the big stone guy,
giant.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff. I haven't seen that movie in ages.
Despair in the cave with the shifting green eyes and like talking to you. Oh my God. Like the trauma diorama was like in effect. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the dioramas get more interesting every year. And I was like, what is this? This is our childhood trauma right here. I was like, it's a diorama of trauma. It's the trauma-rama. So that's what we were walking around saying because we were broken. So yeah, that was Rhode Island Comic Con. Very quickly, that was about a half an hour to take you through everything. Oh my God, I forgot that you got your autograph.
Yes, so I finally got to meet Dennis Lawson, Wedge Antilles himself, and he was phenomenal, absolute sweetheart of a guy. My friend Andrew Wishborn ended up plunking his phone down on the table, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? And it was a photo of the sketch cover of Wedge that I did for him. And it was just, and he's looking at it and goes, and he's like, she drew this. And I'm like, a little nervous. And Dennis goes, you drew this? Oh, you're talented and beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, damn it, Wedge Antilles. Like, what have you done? Yeah. That's awesome. But absolute sweetheart. I have to watch that show that Notman was talking about with him in it. He said it was his favorite thing that he's ever done. Cannot remember the name, which is not going to help, but I'll probably go through his IMDb and check it out. I also got him on.
Mm-hmm.
And the best and most heartbreaking scene, because it's like Chopper knows it's him and he's like, "Hi Hera, I'm home," and I was like, emotional damage. And then this was a gift from Spencer and Mark from Texas. It's Diana using the Blade of Talzin on Ahsoka Tano. Love it. She's so sweet. Thank you. But
Yeah, wish you were there.
I know.
There are too many events. We were saying that.
So
It's
much
like
fun.
everyone can't be at everything. I've missed quite a bit of stuff too. I still regret not being at that. Like what was it? It was ICCC 3 years ago or whatever with all the Rebels people. So it's like you can't make it to everything.
Yes. That was one Dave and I were there for.
Yeah. And you got to do that basically like one-on-one with Anna at the comic book shop. Like that's awesome. Yeah.
That was a blast.
Yeah, I love those. I say I love the small scale shows. Rhode Island Comic Con is still in theory a small scale show. It's about 20,000 attendees, and you can make of it what you want. Like we spent a lot of time, doing Star Warsy things with the Star Warsy people. There's a ton of other things to do. Who else did you guys meet? Like Jason Lee, a whole bunch of people,
Ethan
like
Suppley. Hung out with Brian O'Halloran for a little bit as he helped Spencer navigate something, and it was crazy. Yeah, he said it was amazing how many people knew who we were. We didn't have to sell.
It was really interesting to know people know the Virtual Cantina name now, because people are like, oh, right, that Facebook group, the Star Wars Celebration group. Like people kind of knew that, but now Virtual Cantina as a name is getting known. So that was cool. We handed out a number of cards. We actually need to print some more business cards for the next thing because we were running out, and we are still actively trying to get people to do some shows with us. In the new year, that's the intention. Because right now we're doing all our movies we're thankful for and that kind of stuff. But we have some things planned for 2026. As if we don't have enough programming at the moment. I was joking. I was like, we have a lot going on, guys. But yeah, that was Rhode Island Comic Con, you guys.
Yeah.
For anyone who couldn't make it, thank you for following on social media. I read some really lovely comments on my Instagram and on my Facebook all weekend long.
Yeah.
I wish you guys were all there with me. And I love the same too, where I'm in the family vacation chat, and every other day there's some nonsense that people are going to and doing. And aside from the bananakin of it all, it is a blast.
It was amazing, and it's so good to be a part of it. Shout out to Joanna and Jen for allowing me to crash on their floor, and it was a really good weekend and kind of what I needed because this weekend was a difficult anniversary for me, and just getting to be with my chosen family and not reflect on something sad and have something hopeful to look forward to. It was nice. So thank you guys for that.
Of course. That's the thing about this group. It is a chosen family. And we will be making big plans for the next one too. I don't know what the next convention on the calendar is yet, though, that a lot of us will be attending. Usually there aren't a ton of conventions in December, January, and February. Like it'll pick up again a little bit in March. I know Awesome Con in DC is usually in March, which I haven't been to in a while. But
Galaxy Con in Columbus is in first week of December.
Oh, okay.
All right, excellent. Who is going to that from the group? Do we know yet?
Sherry will probably be there.
Catherine
and Jeff will probably be there. Their daughter will be there. There's a couple others I'm forgetting about.
Can we get some people to do some content creation, interviewing, etc.? One of the things we've been doing, you might have noticed on the network, is we have a couple of new correspondents. Obviously, Colin Weaver has his own show every Friday on the network, Life at Lightspeed. He also did a bunch of interviews at Rebel ScumCon, and he's going to other conventions. Okay. We're flighting those on the page. We also have Haley, who just had an interview go live today with Daniel Logan from SpaceCon. So if anyone is going to GalaxyCon and is interested in doing some interviews or things like that, please let us know. We actually didn't do any interviews at Rhode Island Comic Con. We took a lot of social media content, but it was all photos. So you can see our Instagram pages and our Facebook pages, but they didn't want us doing interviews at the table. And I was like, I have a press pass. Like, but that was a whole thing. So we're going to massage some of that out for next time. But we have some good video coverage as well of like the video and the inductions and all of that will be going up on the pages. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what the group is headed to next. I'll definitely have to watch everything go into GalaxyCon.
Sure. This little girl missed me this weekend.
Oh, hey, Ahsoka. Yeah, my cats, oh my God, it took me like 5 hours to get home on Sunday. Like all the trains were delayed and the rain was bad. And I can't tell you how many people were on the phone with customer service with Amtrak in the train station trying to be on trains instead of planes, which was like a big problem, right? Because air travel is down. Like I think 10% of all flights have been canceled in the past however many weeks or whatever it is. So it's been a mess. And my train was packed. I got a seat, but like just finding space for my luggage was an issue, like you name it. And then Metro North sharing the tracks with Amtrak created issues in Connecticut, and I didn't get home till well after midnight. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted. This was such an exhausting trip in the best way. But like, I really like the thing I was talking about is how easy the train is. And then it's like, come on now, like why did this take forever?
Yeah.
But it was fine. I was so happy to just experience Rhode Island Comic Con. It's one of my favorites. We'll do it again next year. Hopefully, Skip, you can come visit next time. Start saving your pennies. Look, you just tack on to the rest of us. Just start getting in all the group photos.
Yeah,
slide on in.
Jump right in.
Yeah. Oh, meanwhile, I forgot to mention. I don't think Joanna was in like any of the photos because she was working the convention.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have one photo with her.
She was working the Flash cast lines and stuff, and that was a whole experience unto itself because they had so many cancellations and people were shifted around and things like that, so she was doing the best she could. But Sherry says she had a hard time getting home. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be like that, but
yeah.
Oh, sorry, Joanna.
Well, I'm glad everyone is home safe.
That was
a great time.
That was my holdout. It was like, well, look at all the travel problems I would have had getting back if I had gone. Yeah. Okay, that makes me feel not
a little bit better.
Yeah, it would have been a mess.
A little less.
Well, we are at that time now where we need to start watching our episodes. So I am going to put up the details for tonight's episode of Clone Wars, Season 3, Episode 3, Supply Lines. All right, Skip, take it away.
Nikto Jedi Master Umagun D and his men are trapped on the besieged world of RYLOTH.
We're going to RYLOTH.
I'm sure I blew that one. Where there's a will, there's a way.
It's such a pathetic moral, right?
Yeah.
Like,
come on, guys, write your own.
Yeah. Come
Don't
on now.
Copy.
All right, well, everyone get your Disney Plus up and running. We're going to watch this episode, and we're going to try to get you guys out of here as close to 10 as possible. Let me get the countdown going. If I could find it. I'm going to joke that, like, things moved in the studio again, but it really did. Like, we actually did get an update to the studio. Okay, so everyone, cue up your Disney Plus, Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 3, Supply Lines. I'm going to hit that countdown, and here we go. And Ashley, do you have the timestamp going?
I do. I just forgot to share the screen. So give me 1 second. It might be a little bit off.
And Bail Organa's in this one, which is very exciting.
Hello? Are you alive?
Move my phone around where I'm kind of looking at it and at the screen at the same time. So it's the whole night.
It's always the thing to balance. Ooh, as I knock over my microphone. So as I mentioned, we have a new episode, a new interview up on the page today. Haley has her interview with Daniel Logan from SpaceCon, which was last weekend. So if anyone went to SpaceCon, be sure to share your photos up in the group. We'd love to see everything you
Mark
did.
Tuttle
There were
went
quite
to
a
that.
number of, or was that 2 weeks ago? It was SpaceCon.
2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark went to that. Troy went to that. Trying to think who else. Haley was there because they took some pictures all together.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome.
A Nikto as a Jedi.
Yeah, that's strange.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is he a defected pirate?
Yeah, because they've used the Nikto as bad guys for so long.
We had a conversation because Mike, who's the agent who represents Diana and Brendan, loves the Ewoks. And he was saying there is an Ewok Jedi in Legends. And I don't know if there's canonically an Ewok Jedi in the mainline canon, and I'd have to look it up. But there's pretty much every species represented. We know there are Wookiee Jedi. We saw at least one of them in the Clone Wars. And there's one in there was one in Acolyte, and of course there was one I think in Young Jedi
Legacy.
Adventures.
Gunji.
Yeah, right, Gunji, that's the one.
There he is. It's Bill. So, Mark, you have Phil Lamar on your poster for Bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on there. Let's see. Supply lines. Yeah, Phil Lamar is Bail Organa. D. Bradley Baker does all the clone troopers. Robin Atkin Downs plays Master D. He also does
Cham.
Cham Syndulla. I have to meet Ahmed Best and yeah. Because he does Jar Jar. I keep thinking now that this Mando piece is coming along, I really want a Clone Wars piece, and I feel like it's going to be the first step in the divorce proceedings. Like another giant poster starts making its way.
Hey,
because I
just so you
specifically
know.
well, you know what it is? I put like Matt and Ashley and Sam on my Rebels poster, which I think is reasonable. It's just not their primary thing. And now they're so expensive. I needed to have done this Clone Wars poster like 10 years ago, back when everyone was affordable. But yeah, and there's also just too many people. It doesn't matter how big your poster is. Like the Clone Wars has like 400 active people in this cast.
Sure.
So, you know.
So many.
Yeah, and I don't have my free ins the way I used to either. So, you know.
This dude reminds me of like Metalhead from the Ninja Turtles. What you doing? Huh? You miss me?
I just love Count Dooku's like insane proportions. Like that face is just like it's like a tiki of some sort.
Oh, I know. I'm right here. It's okay. You can watch TV. She's like, I want to be on TV.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen this episode in a long time.
Yeah.
And I did no prep for it because I had to make that PowerPoint, and I'm still sorting through all my photos. My Google storage is low.
Oh,
so
no.
It's like what else is new? I'm always hanging on by a thread over here, guys. Send help.
Oh, no. Send help. Anyhow, Jar Jar. Jar Jar just rolls up like, hey, how's it going?
It's like, not now. Haven't you done enough?
And that weird necktie.
Love it. Yes, we're obligated to give your king a message in person. It won't take but a minute.
Oh my God, Jar Jar, you're so awkward.
I'm scrolling through all these photos again. And of course, we're all texting each other the photos because we're all using each other's cameras.
Yeah.
I'm certain at this point I must have gotten everyone's photos because I also have doubles and in some cases triples of the same photo. And that's a problem because it's like I'm looking at this picture. I was like, unless one is a super low res, which I would delete anyway, like there's no reason I should have 3 of this.
I
And
just
think
worry about people's facial expressions, so I just send a bunch over and be like,
Oh,
hey,
no,
you choose what's
not
best
even.
for you.
No, I mean 3 of the exact same photo. Like we
Oh,
took a selfie, just you and me, and I
yeah.
think I must have. You sent it to me, and I downloaded it twice or something, and it's
Oh,
like, oh, that's why it's in there twice.
yeah.
So not that I took like a succession of photos and everyone looks slightly different. I mean, like legitimately a duplicate, or in some cases a triplicate. That's what's so nuts. So I think some of that is what's clogging up my phone too. Spencer texted me a picture, and then so did you, because I don't know where the origination of it was, and so now I have 3. So it's like that.
Did I hear you say? Did Ahmad do Jar Jar in these in Clone Wars?
Yeah, Ahmed Best did Jar Jar in several episodes, but not all of them. So I want to say that actually Phil Lamar took over Jar Jar in certain episodes. I think it was him, but right now for this episode, it's Ahmed Best. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else. Let me see. Jar Jar Binks, voice actor, Clone Wars. Because I can't remember anymore. I believe that it was Phil Lamar as well.
Compassion is a sacred Toydarian value.
Oh my god, this is so slow. Hopefully I'm not breaking up because my computer is starting to get starting to freeze. I'm trying to remember where this one falls in the chronology. JB was talking about it. Not yesterday. Last
that just drives
episode.
me crazy.
Yeah, I need my chronology map. I should have texted JB beforehand.
And how are you supposed to determine that? It's not like at the beginning they say takes place here.
Yeah, I mean, StarWars.com put up an article, and that helps not at all, right? Oh, and apparently all the discourse in the vacation chat or the cantina chat, one of the big chats that has a lot of people, people were taking the quiz as to like, what should your Star Wars Halloween costume be? And you had to answer a bunch of questions. And apparently, like, the results were bad. Like, people were putting in answers and then it was yielding really terrible results. So apparently that StarWars.com article and quiz thing wasn't very good. While you guys all have Disney Plus open, my husband and I are both huge music fans and love the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that stuff. And I'm obsessed with Cyndi Lauper. She's one of my all-time favorites. I saw her farewell tour 3 times this year, including one of the last shows that she did on her 3rd go-round of New York before she closed out everything at the Hollywood Bowl just a few weeks ago. Her induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was this weekend, and Disney Plus has the whole presentation. So I saw a couple clips on Instagram because this weekend there was a lot happening. It was like, aside from all the newsworthy news that I've been keeping up with, like the government shutdown, there was actually a concern that like the Supreme Court was going to potentially take up a case that could, in theory, unravel gay marriage. They dismissed that and didn't even hear the case, so that was great news today. That was, I feel like, a little bit concerning. But there was a lot of pop culture happening over the weekend, too, including a new episode of Welcome to Derry, which I'm obsessed with. That show is so good. And I'm a licensee.
Really?
And, I'm loving it. It's so good. It's like, I haven't seen the third episode yet, though, so I'm tracking behind. It was also
Now,
Stranger Things Day on Thursday.
Is it Andy and Barbara Muschetti doing the series?
Welcome to Derry?
Yeah.
I don't remember who the producers are, but the original director, I think, is back.
Yeah.
The one who did It Chapter 1 and 2.
Yep, that's Andy then. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary shiz.
It's creepy. Skip, are you watching Derry?
No, I'm not.
It's really good. I know we're out of spooky season now. Like the show needed to start like a month earlier. But I know what's coming as a licensee, at least visually, and we haven't seen several things yet that I've been working on.
There's a balloon on the Google.
Yeah, look, they don't fuck around. Like they're spending money to push the Derry thing. We had a whole pop-up store down at Party City in Union Square, and had a lot of Pennywise. It had a lot of Pennywise presents, so that was cool. But yeah, new episode of Welcome to Derry, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. What the hell else happened this weekend? There was a bunch of stuff, and I'm blanking on it now because yeah. Troy, at the end of the first episode, the sort of swerve they pull on you and what they set up for episode 2, I think the episode 2 payoff is really strong.
I don't want to watch it alone. I need people.
But my husband and I are watching together, and even still, though, I was like, "Oh, this is going to give me nightmares," and then it did. Like it, legitimately did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, look, it's a good show.
Get right on watching that one.
Yeah.
No, the show's fucked up because Pennywise's whole thing is so. People always think of like Freddy Krueger as being like the master of like dreams and nightmares and understanding like what you're scared of. Pennywise was doing it first, and Pennywise, the creature, whatever this creature is, we're gonna get the origin of it, the creature, before it is Pennywise. Right now, we're 27 years prior to the events of the original movie. Okay, Troy, I'll answer this question. So. For anyone in the chat who wants to know more about Welcome to Derry, I'll let you know what's publicly available that I can tell you. The series is set 27 years prior to the events of It Chapter 1, the film that came out back in 2017, which that was in the 80s. So 1962, I believe, is the year that we're in. And right, like think about like Maine in the 60s. Like it is pre-civil rights movement. It is pre-MLK. It's not segregated because it is the North, but it's still wildly racist. But they're on an army base, which is highly integrated. But like one of the tenets of the town is that it's like there's a whole group called the Legion of White Decency or some shit. Like it's great. So like it's just a perfect slice of what that is like at that time, right? Like they do a really good job building that world in which the story is going to take place. And we have numerous Black characters that we're going to be following, including Dick Hallorann from The Shining, because all things in Stephen King connect. So and by the way, that's not a spoiler. We meet him in episode 1, and it is revealed that it is him in episode 2 because of he literally gets called by his name. I'm not spoiling.
No way.
But so Dick Hallorann is going to be a big part of this, and they address his psychic powers and all that stuff, which is cool. So we're dealing with early 60s and the unease of what this town is like, because the town has been infected by it, right? Like that's the whole point, is that like Derry, Maine, like it's kind of like the Hellmouth, right? Like there's a reason people are like this. They're in this kind of haze and this like spell put on by the creature. And then we're not there yet, Troy, but like you will meet the origin of Pennywise. And you'll also meet the origin of the creature itself, including the natives. There's a reason there's a Native American tribe in the first couple episodes that pop in a small way, because we're going to learn about their origins in the upcoming episode. So please stick with it. Here's the thing. I'm a licensee for a lot of stuff. This is one to watch. Other things, if I don't think it's great, I just don't talk about. This is one that I'll talk about.
Oh man, I everybody knows I love The Shining and Doctor Sleep, so the fact that they mentioned Dick is like amazing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not just a mention. He's like prominently featured.
Okay, but I don't want to watch it alone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
Pull up with a friend.
me and clowns are like, but
Well, there's no clowns in the first 2 episodes, and I think the opening scene of Welcome to Derry episode 1 is some of the creepiest shit I've ever seen. Like, I think like it kicks
and
off.
this is coming from the horror guy, you
Yeah.
guys. Like,
It kicks off with a bang. It tells you what it's gonna. This show doesn't pull punches, and I'm telling you, at the end of episode 1, you're gonna be like partially traumatized, and you're gonna want to come back for more.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is a Hellmouth situation, which, by the way, Buffy is so Hellmouthy, and in fact, Hellmouth is in the discussion right now because guess what's coming back in a few weeks? Stranger Things, and I'm now hyped up again. I was not hyped about Stranger Things, and now I am hyped up for Stranger Things after Stranger Things Day and the to-doom of it all. So to-doom is, sounds like to-doom, the Netflix, the sound effect. Yeah, kind of a to-dum, not a to-doom, right? But they had a big event on Stranger Things Day where they basically showed the first 5 minutes of season 5, which is connecting to season 1. And the Duffers gave a lot of interviews about what to expect, how Will is going to be the main protagonist, how they're going to explain everything. They promised a lot of explanation. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I was not hyped about Stranger Things season 5. I wasn't. And now I'm caught in it. And now I'm finding myself watching YouTube videos of people speculating and some people who have seen the first episode extrapolating of what's coming. So now I'm stuck. I've done it. It's a prison of my own making, but I am now eagerly awaiting the 26th when we can see Stranger Things 5.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I want to do a rewatch, but like,
who the fuck has time for that? Watch one of those. Like, here's the thing: you have to now go to a YouTube channel, Screen Crush,
New Rockstars.
They're already doing it too, by the way. There are recap videos and trailer breakdowns and theory discussions. Once we're in the 2-week mark, which will be this week, so that it'll be 2 weeks from Thursday, there will be a barrage of videos coming from all those channels you just mentioned. And I wish that we could do something on the VCN, but we can't be covering 4 seasons of a TV show to get ready for a season 5. It doesn't fit into movies we're thankful for.
Yeah.
We don't have like a TV arm to be covering this kind of stuff, and it has nothing to do with Star Wars. They don't even acknowledge Star Wars really in this universe, even though all of the movies would have come out and Return of the Jedi and Star Wars would have been a big part of pop culture. I don't even remember there being a Halloween costume of a Darth Vader walking around.
No, they were, and it might have been a licensing thing.
Probably.
But yeah, because Netflix versus Disney Plus,
yeah,
etc. So
yeah, exactly. It's a glaring omission, especially when one of the things in E.T. is like a Yoda walking around, and the show is always getting compared to E.T. Mm-hmm. So it's like that type of thing. I think I'm closer to 19 minutes than, there's only a few minutes left in this. I will say these fight sequences with all the blasters and everything, they do look really good. And they're a nice step up from where we were in season 1 and season 2. Troy, I like your idea of the Upside Down being the Hellmouth. I actually think that Hawkins is the Hellmouth, is on top of the Hellmouth, and the Dimension X is the Hellmouth, and the Upside Down is the bridge somehow. It's almost like the opening of it. It's semantics, but I think that it's definitely borrowing from Buffy. I don't know if this Jedi makes it out alive. Oh, that clone didn't. Oh, there goes the Jedi.
Clone Captain Keeley.
Girl, that's a mess. How is he still hanging on? Yep. Oh, there we go. That's terrible. Well, that's why we didn't see him in the prequels. Poor RYLOTH. This is like the Darfur of the Star Wars universe. It's terrible.
jeez.
All right, at least they got their supplies.
These guys.
Yeah, Troy, there's a whole, like, I read a thing about how there's, like, what is it, 9 stories? There's 9 stories, period. And then everything is one of those stories, just a different flavor. And Stranger Things is intentionally an homage of a pastiche of a reference, right? Like, that's everything they did in season 1. Almost frame for frame, you could find a reference. Like, the flipping of the van running from the federal agents is like, that whole episode is E.T., right? It's the Goonies, it's E.T. They even cast people that are known for specific roles. Like, they brought in Paul Reiser because of Aliens, right? Like, they're bringing in Linda Hamilton this season.
Yeah.
They brought in Sean Astin because of Goonies. Winona Ryder is an 80s star. It's the kind of thing where they know what they're referencing, and I think they're actually really smart about it. They do it in a way that isn't actually reheating the nachos. I think that they are, which they could be accused of. Don't get it twisted. I think a lot of people have accused them of being too referential and not being original enough since like season 2 or 3. But I think that the Duffers know how to reference while creating their own thing better than most filmmakers.
Yeah. Oh my
That
God.
episode was fine.
Yeah. If anything, it's the non-acknowledgement of the sacrifice of the Jedi Master and the clones is just kind of irritating me right now.
I think that's intentional. I think,
Yeah.
like, I think we as the audience are annoyed, and because that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. So I have a Roku TV. My top picks for you are Ethan Hawke in the Black Phone 1, John Wick and It Chapter 2. So I got Pennywise and his creepy ass eyes stared me in the face.
Yeah.
Bastard, go away.
It Chapter 1 is a solid A movie.
Yeah.
And then I think It Chapter 2 is like a solid B movie. Like, not a B movie, but like a scoring of a B. Like, I think some people might even give it a B minus. It has its issues, and I think the ending is the hardest part. Like, I don't know how you do the ending to it. I just don't. Because I think even in the miniseries, like, it feels really cheesy. And I think that, like,
it was hard. And even I think even Stephen King acknowledged the complications in the ending in the book.
And look, I've never read the book. I've read excerpts of the book. And actually, I should mention that Welcome to Derry is not some fan fiction nonsense. There are chapters in the book that are not set in what was the 50s and the 80s, the kids and the adults, right? Because the book is the 1950s for the kids and the 80s for the adults. The movies are 80s for the kids and 2010s for the adults, basically. Mm-hmm. But there are other chapters in the book that go back 27 years, and you get to see the burning of the Black Spot, which is the club. Other things, they go back even deeper into time. They just keep going back, right? Those chapters that are kind of interlude chapters in the book are what's making up Welcome to Derry for the most part.
Yeah.
So, and I'm hearing it's multiple seasons. I don't know details about it, but I'm excited as a licensee that this show is doing well. People seem to really like it. Wow, Troy, that's harsh. C+ for Chapter 2. Look, I get it. I think the kids are way more interesting than the adults. Just full stop.
I think they did a better job at encapsulating what the kids have to do to stop.
Yeah.
The creature. Than the book did. The book was very, very, very. It cannot be done now.
Mm-hmm.
Be done now. Let's just say they're kids, and they all have to do something.
Well, I think that whole chapter and scene or whatever they leave out, but like, I think here's what's interesting about the book, or the source material, the various flavors of it, right? They kill a lot of kids. They kill a lot of women. There's a lot of racially biased crimes, and there's like a violent homophobic hate crime, right? Like, there's a lot of anger and a lot of terrible shit in that book. And I think every group has reacted in a way where a lot of women were like, you're really like, this is terrible. You shouldn't be killing all these women. And then a lot of black people were like, oh, why are all these black people being killed? Like, can we not do that? And gay people were like outraged at the hate crime that happened. But that's the point. Like, I watched that in the theater and it was super fucking uncomfortable. Chapter 2 opens with the killing of Adrian, which is in the book, the gay person who is killed by the mob and thrown into the river, and then Pennywise actually eats him also. But like the point is that Pennywise infects the town, and that's where it comes from. And like the hatred, and the hatred exists, right? Hatred exists in every flavor here. We see it today. But like it was really uncomfortable to watch that in a theater with like maybe 100 other people in the room, as like this group of guys are like beating up a gay person and throwing him into the river, and he fucking drowns. Then he gets eaten by a clown, which is actually like kind of funny, right? That's the silly, stupid shit. The real crime is horrifying, but that's the way any woman being killed, or the like giant stack of black people burned to death in the club. Right. So I was like, oh, I could like, my heart was like racing. Yeah. That's the point. Like, it's the point of the book. Like the hatred that infects in this town. It's crazy. And that's why the creature is supposed to be so like, well, yeah, I get it, Skip. Yeah. Star Wars is way more fun and it's meant for kids. Oh my God, there's a video that's all about how Star Wars is meant for kids because every movie has a kid in it and everything. And it made me crack up. I have to send it to you. It was very good. Star Wars is for Yeah, I can't recommend Pennywise. It Chapter 1, It Chapter 2, the original Tim Curry version. I can't recommend those enough. And I actually think like on the scale of horror, yes, it's really scary, but I think it's also like weirdly grounded in some ways, and it's more of an introspection as to like how a town loses its humanity. Yeah. And that happens at a civilization level. Like, I think like we as Americans right now, I think empathy is really, we're running on empty. Like if the gas tank is talking about how much empathy we have, we're close to E, I think at the moment. Like things are not looking good on the empathy kind of front. And I think that book is trying to speak to that. Because the way they save the day is through love and empathy, especially in Chapter 2, as cheesy as it is. Yeah. But it's something that lesson's good. Lacking.
And why they're able to defeat the monster is because they're again a chosen family and they love each other. They have all been through hell and they've stuck together.
And they find the clarity through that. They're able to break through like the cloud, the haze of hatred, the hazy hatred that like clouds the town's judgment. Right? They're able to break through that. Oh, look, we could do a whole show on it. Here's the thing: we're not going to be able to do on the movies we're thankful for, or even spooky season. It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. It's too long, and I think it's actually like I can see Skip like squirming in his chair. You're like a big scary dude. If I ran into you, like I'd be like, oh, but like
not my genre.
No, I know, but I.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah. I love horror. I love it so much. Oh yeah, and Aliens on Thursday. By the way, that's a scary movie too. Aliens.
Now, see, I liked Aliens, but and it is. You're right. It's a scary movie.
Mm-hmm. But it's sci-fi, right? That's the distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cats are named Ripley and Hicks.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
I wish I could have stayed up to watch shit. Tom Cruise last weekend.
Top Gun. I fully missed it. I was packing for Rhode Island when I tell you until midnight last Thursday, trying to get all my shit together and not forget anything after the fiasco of Texas not having my cosplay. It ended up being, like I said, a fantastic show. So I still have to watch the Top Gun. I should have watched it on the train, but I was actually doing work. We're doing Aliens, Troy. Aliens, the sequel. With Paul Reiser. Yeah, and Ripley and Hicks.
I love it when he takes that guy's hand and puts his hand over top of it and starts doing the knife thing.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's a great scene. It's going to be a blast. Well, aside from Thursday night, let's actually show the schedule. I'm going to put that up real quick. Thanks everyone for indulging our conversation on Pennywise. I know spooky season is over, but
I actually got to have a drink with Barbara and Andy Machete at San Diego Comic-Con. They just walked by us in the bar and they were really cool. So
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
So Ashley, tell us what you guys are doing on
Ooh.
Wednesday.
So Sarah and I are delving into Vision Season 3. Already, like, some of my favorite stuff in Star Wars on Daughters of the Galaxy. The duel, once again, coming out on top with being one of my favorites in this whole Visions series. So definitely worth watching that. We're going to recap Vision Season 3 on Wednesday night and talk about it. And hopefully my voice is in better condition and I'm not hacking so much. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm excited about it. And I know Sarah is too, because, you know, it's Visions. How often do you get to see Star Wars told in...
Sarah is so excited about this. You didn't even know.
Different... Yeah, I believe it. Like, how often do you get to see Star Wars told by different animation studios in their own style?
I feel like she's writing her manifesto now.
For sure. She's got the
in line
notebook
with
out.
Nimic. Yep. And then Thursday, as we mentioned, is going to be Aliens, the sequel, which is very exciting.
Hug
and then
your
Friday,
kitties.
Yeah, bring your kitties. Friday is a new episode of Life at Lightspeed, which will be the news of the week. And then Jedi Archives Visions Volume 3, Episodes 1 through 3 on Sunday. So as always, it is a full week of programming. And of course, be sure to check out our latest interview with Daniel Logan with Haley up on the Instagram tonight.
Sherry says she's never seen any of the Alien movies.
Sherry, this is your chance.
Michael Biehn, who was in
Mando,
helping Morgan Elsbeth in her first episode. He's in it. We have Sigourney Weaver. We have Lance Henriksen. Paul Reiser. It's a stacked cast, so it's going to be fun. And once again, nobody listens to The Woman. That movie would be so much shorter if they did. But yeah, and we get to meet Newt. So you'll see about Newt.
Yeah, you'll love Newt. They mostly come at night, mostly.
I say that all the time. I'm like, mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
All right. Well, on that note, we hope to see all of you guys on Thursday and Wednesday and Friday and every other thing. She is a Disney princess and has been for a little while. Look, Alien Earth was a ton of fun. I loved it. So good for Disney Plus on bringing that.
Going to change.
Sherry, I can't believe you've never seen Alien. So first, go watch Alien and then prepare yourself for Aliens. I think you should actually watch it before
Aliens first.
I watched that one first too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's not like it's not entirely necessary to watch that one.
I agree.
Second,
I agree with that because they do enough of a recap to get you up to speed. And you're a smart lady. It's not hard. Sigourney Weaver is going to kick all the ass. That's all you need to know.
That's right.
Joe Costa fucking knew.
Yeah, exactly. You'll look it up. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate it. We will see you guys across the network throughout the rest of the week. As always, may the Force be with you, and long live the Republic.
Hello there. Hi, I'm Mark Connell. I'm the Director of Programming at the Virtual Cantina Network, and I'm here with James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, I know that one well. I have the high ground if I... Wait, yes. Thank you. Now I have the high ground. And you are watching Clone Wars Revisited. This is the show you're looking for.